Coming to you live from the rinks in Hauppauge, you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan joined alongside Rowan Laddick, our camera operator for this evening. Second of a triple header freshman matchups here on this Friday night at the rinks. The freshman division drawing closer and closer to a close. It is undefeated East Islip 14-0-2, taking on Connetquot Sayville. They play again tomorrow night against KPC to East Islip. I'll be joined alongside Kevin Broderick tomorrow night. Not sure who will do in the game between the two of us. But EI coming off a 5-3 win against St. Anthony's a couple days ago on March 9th to continue their immaculate season. They haven't lost a game all year, and they are currently on a massive win streak of 11 games. Their last non-victory, can't call it a loss, a tie, 3-3 to KPC, came back on October 29th. Funny enough, that is a potential first-round matchup in the standings. KPC and East Islip, as KPC currently sit 10th, but have only played 15 games. 5-8-1-1, 12 points, are not out of the mix for that final playoff spot, though they have to leapfrog both Middle Country and Sachem. Middle Country have played an extra game, then have Kings Park Comac, and Sachem have played 3 more games than KPC. And it is Sachem who have the claim to that last playoff spot. Connetquot Sayville in 7th, a 9-8 record, 3 overtime wins this year for the T-Birds. They come into this matchup coming off a 6-3 win against Ward Melville, avenging an 8-2 loss to Smithtown Hauppauge freshman Red, who currently sits second. And we just saw Smithtown's blue team lose 4-2 to ESM. Connetquot Sayville beat that team 6-4 and have won 4 of their last 5 games heading into tonight. And the T-Birds will get a key player back in the lineup tonight, that being Jack Mooney. Mooney, 15 points in 14 games played for Connetquot Sayville. But they will start with their top line of Volpe, Jones, and Fielding, who were outstanding in the win against Ward Melville. As we're underway here in this one, as for East Islip, again, a fantastic year. They're led by Evan Connors, 39 points this season for Connors, one of the tops in the entire Suffolk County High School Hockey League freshman division. His Mazzarone looks to break through on Mooney, and now a chance for a backhand shot, and somehow keeping it out. What a save to start the game for the starting netminder for Connetquot Sayville, Daniel Friars. As East Islip wastes no time applying the pressure to the T-Bird netminder. But he stands tall as Volpe breaks out. Looks to go cross ice. Glanced off of Fowler and on goal, where it's swept away by Azar, the starting netminder for East Islip. Azar, 1.11 goals against average. He's been great this year. Makes the save there with the blocker. Now Fielding, shot blocked. They'll get it back to Fielding. Another save made by Azar. Connetquot Sayville get a couple of opportunities in response. Held in at the far point by Ahrens. Back around, another tight angle shot from Fielding that time. Again, turned aside by Azar. Jones in behind, playing it to Volpe. Volpe a shot and a left pad stop made by Azar. East Islip fire it down ice, goes right on goal to Friars. They'll play it to Jack Mooney, the captain for Connetquot Sayville. Goes through Fielding. Mooney slips down to the ice as he dumps it in behind the East Islip goaltender. Off the bench, Ferrante keeping it alive. He had a big game against Ward Melville as well. As Logan Dietz looks to push his way to the front of the net. Chip right back out. Friars thought about playing it. Now he won't. Walsh sends it out in front. And that shot from Jarena goes wide. Jarena trying to tap it right back to Alex Walsh. And a good stick to get it out of the zone there from Proscia. Ferrante rims in, putting the pressure. Dietz fired it all the way across. Banks back for Madeline Dinkle. Dinkle playing it by Proscia. Will keep again at the far point on the backhand. But now Walsh leads Connors into the zone, in on Petrie. Petrie, a good stick. Connors still has it. Backhands on goal, and it's stopped by Friars. Again, Azar for East Islip, 10-0 this year. And 3 shutouts for the East Islip goalkeeper. Face off to the left of Friars. Daniel Friars this season, 6.51 goals against average, 2-5 record. Trading the net with Jake Dagenfelder. Stick save made, Fielding looking to send Jones up the ice. It's banked back down for Petrie. Volpe looking to backhand ahead. Fielding trying to battle his way down low. Van Steen hovered over. Fed it to Botetto. Botetto dumps in. Quickly stopped by Friars, and he'll now stop play. Just over 3 minutes into the first period. Still no score between Connetquot Sayville and East Islip. Mentioned Alex Walsh prior. He's tied with Evan Connors for the team leading goals with 21. Donnelly sends around. Here's Mazzarone looking to go right back out in front. Hit off a stick, and now Hitman with a chance to clear. Lazzarino kept it in for the moment, and now it's back at neutral ice. Fowler right back in for EI. Cuts to the middle. Fowler a shot and hit a stick. Perhaps Van Gordon got a piece. Trying to keep it in at the far point, unable to do so. Away comes Chase McManus, joined by Hitman. McManus trying to go to the front of the net. And Lazzarino steers it out of the zone for EI. Fowler looking to go right back in around Arnold. Now Lazzarino on the backhand, turned aside by Friars. McManus with open ice ahead of him. Skating up the right wing side, looks to go all the way across, but couldn't hit either Van Gordon or Hitman. Arnold throws it right back down. Cut off by Sam Meyer, who hits Connors. Connors in with speed, sharp angle try, turned away by Friars. Alex Walsh, far corner. Finds Connors. Connors across, Barbarito. His shot missed the net wide. Amarim keeps it alive at the far point. Walsh to Amarim, shot blocked by the combination of Arnold and Chura. Arnold trying to find Teller on the near side. It's broken up. Back comes Alex Walsh. His shot turned away by a standing Friars. Amarim keeps it alive at the far point. Arnold another chance to clear as East Islip start to compile scoring chances. All the way across for Barbarito. Off Brentwitz into the offensive zone. Poke right back out by Jack Mooney. Connors. Got around Chura. Tracks back to the puck before hitting Barbarito. Aaron sends it in for Connetquot Sayville. 5:20 gone by in the first period. Barbarito skates it up the left wing side. Looks to put it into the zone. It's taken out. Now Mooney with room to skate. Hits the blue, puts one on goal. Took a funny bounce, kicked out by Azar. Jones battling down low with Volpe. Volpe down to Jones. Jones. And now Fielding. Back to Tyler Jones. Fighting his way up the far boards. Hands off for Fielding once more. Fielding breaks in. Nice move. Shot and a save made by Azar. Rebound comes down low. Ahrens backhands one toward the front of the net. Deflects to the near side. Near point, it's Mooney. Mooney, a wrister deflected just wide by Fielding. Nicholas Fielding. Prominent early in this first period for the T-Birds. Skied into neutral ice, past the stick of Volpe. Mathers sends across for Lazzarino, and now Botetto. Trying to go up the left wing side, far boards. Rolls into the zone, Mooney will play it. Mooney around for Jackson Volpe. Volpe this year for Connetquot Sayville, the leading scorer, 28 points. 17 goals, 11 assists. Mentioned Fielding, 10 goals, 15 assists for Fielding, second on the team. Lazzarino establishing the zone, cuts in on the far side. Couldn't go around all the T-Birds. Fielding collected. Try to delicately flip one into the zone. It becomes an icing on Connetquot Sayville. As we near the halfway point of period number one. No score between the top of the freshman division, East Islip Chiefs, and the 7th position, Connetquot Sayville T-Birds. Shot on goal, steered away by Friars, taken by Lazzarino. Jarena found the open Fowler. The shot went off the side of the net. Entanglement near side. Eventually worked free by Dinkle. Only as far as Jarena. Jarena's shot partially blocked and then just out of the reach of Mazzarone, who collects near side to Fowler. Fowler trying to go to Jarena, broken up by Petrie. And the other way, Ashton Petrie moves in and gets around Meyer. In behind, it's Petrie. Looking over his options, try to flip it back to the point, broken up by Jarena, who sends it out of the zone. Springing Fowler. Fowler in with speed on the backhand. Shot turned away by Friars. The rebound off the side of the net and now underneath the glove of Daniel Friars. Mentioned Jackson Jarena's name a bunch. 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points in just 11 games played this year for Jarena. As face off to the left of Friars, won cleanly by EI. Amorim, a wrist shot wide. Kicks in behind Friars, sent around for Volpe. Volpe rims around once more. And now Connors, Evan Connors. Goes to work behind Friars, looking over his options. Eventually to the point for Amorim. The shot goes wide off the end boards, and Walsh couldn't quite bank it home. Goes off the stick of Barbarito. That negates icing. Fielding aggressive on the forecheck, applying the pressure. EI breakout. 3-on-2 over the red line. Connors to Walsh. Walsh, backhand, try to sweep it to the forehand. Couldn't do so. Losing the stick, though, Friars in the process. It's all the way on the far corner, or far boards, just outside the corner. Mazzarone looked to center, broken up. Donley a backhander to the line, and Clark kept it in. And another clearing attempt successful. Connors rolls right back in. Still no stick for Friars. That shot blocked by Donley. Thrown right back to the front of the net. Still no stick. And Donley wrestles it away and puts it back into neutral ice. Only as far as Clark. Clark scoots right back in on the backhand. Trying to fight his way through T-Birds. Eventually it's stolen away. Good pass to Volpe. Volpe will flip in from the blue line. Again, steered away by Azar. And the stick back in the hand of the Connetquot Sayville goaltender. To the outside. Feathered out in front and broken up. That was Rory Straub looking to find a teammate out in front. Straub, 21 points this year for EI. That shot from Mathers goes wide. Puck flipped up into the air, losing a stick was Chase McManus, and now he wrestles Straub to the ice. Play goes on as rolling to the net was Lazarino, and he's stopped by Friars, and we get a whistle. With 4:45 to go in this first period, a fast-moving first period between the T-Birds and Chiefs. That still is scoreless. Off the draw, chip to the line. Meyer kept it in. Ahrens sends it up the far boards. Again, it's held in by the Chiefs. Goes on goal, steered away by Friars, right back out in front. And Mazzarone, not sure if it was blocked or went off of Friars, but it ended up behind the net. Jack Mooney. Lazarino keeps it in. Pass Brentwitz. Brentwitz to Fowler. Fowler on back to Meyer. Meyer's shot goes just wide, looking for a tip in front for Mazzarone. And it's sent all the way down ice by Van Gordon. It will be an icing against Connetquot Sayville. Again, we apologize for any buffering or any of the sort. We're getting it worked on as Barbarito takes a shot blocked by Logan Dietz. Dietz will send it out of the zone. EI trying to go right back in. Here comes Logan Dietz. Toe drag. Dietz trying to go to the backhand. Good stick there from number 6, Tyler Botetto. And now Fowler going to work on Petrie. Petrie getting the best of Christian Fowler. Fowler this year, 30 points, 18 goals. Third most in both categories on East Islip. Petrie chipping it in deep. Hits the brakes, feeds the point for Dinkle. Dinkle swept it toward the front of the net, cut off. And now here comes Connors. All alone on a breakaway. Evan Connors stopped off the post. Came right back out. The other way, it's Petrie again. Petrie taken off the puck by Connors. Fire wagon change for East Islip. Walsh to Mathers. Mathers to Walsh. Walsh to Mathers. He scores! Give and go and give and go and give and go again. 1-0 East Islip. As Mathers and Walsh played catch en route to the goal. Donley doing everything he could. Same could be said for the Connetquot Sayville goaltender Friars. But to no avail. The undefeated Chiefs strike first. Shot from Volpe. Deflects wide. And now a rip from Donley, just missed. Connetquot Sayville look for the quick equalizer. Donley, another shot. Goes just wide again. Arnold to Volpe. Volpe, a wrist shot. Stopped by Azar. And Azar will cover up. With 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Face off to the right of Azar. It's Jackson Volpe to the front of the net for fielding. Stick checked away from him. Walsh trying to go out of the zone. Botetto swept it ahead. Tyler Jones to Fielding. Back on the T-Birds. Fielding a wrister. And that's smothered underneath. Joey Azar. A very balanced, well-played game to this point between these two sides. And Aiden Mathers in his 4th goal of the year. The difference so far in this one. Petrie forced out of the zone by Van Steen. Mooney backhands up the boards. Turnover. Here come a shot denied. Friars another big save, this time on Walsh. And Aiden Mathers, who led the East Islip developmental team a season ago in scoring, providing the game's opening goal as Clark looks to bank it down low, taken away by Petrie. Ashton Petrie trying to finagle around Clark. Backhanded across ice. Walsh picks it up with a lot of speed. Alex Walsh breaks in. The wrist shot stopped by Friars, and the puck underneath him. Off the draw, controlled by Connetquot Sayville. Under a minute remaining in period number 1. Petrie's pass to Ferrante, taken away by Van Steen. Van Steen trying to find Walsh out in front, broken up by Jack Mooney. Can't clear though. Van Steen to Connors on the backhand and in! He followed up his own rebound. Again, Friars doing everything he can. Just not enough, as Evan Connors has his 22nd of the season and his 40th point this year. And the backhander was stopped by Friars, but he fished it out from underneath him to put it in the back of the net to double EI's lead to 2-0. And what's been otherwise a very well-played period for the T-Birds. Fielding right off the draw, busting right in. Volpe to Jones. Jones shoved down, and then coming on top of him there was Walsh. It's going to be a rough on Alex Walsh. Walsh, who leads the team in penalty minutes, will extend that number as the T-Birds get a power play at the end of period number 1, a chance to pull within 1. If not now, at the start of the second T-Bird power play. 45.5% against an 84.6% EI penalty kill. All the way across for Volpe. Volpe finds Fielding. Fielding. A backdoor play stopped by Azar. And right at the Welcome back here to the rinks in Oppog, Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Freshman action. East Islip the 2-0 lead, looking to win their 12th in a row and remain unbeaten. Connetquot Sayville putting their best foot forward have challenged the East Islip netminder Joey Azar a number of times in that first period to no avail. Friars for Connetquot Sayville, their netminder has made a number of great saves. Well, to keep it to only be a 2-0 advantage. Power play to start the second period for Connetquot Sayville. Is unable to hold it in the zone there as Petrie has less than a minute left on it. Petrie all the way across. Jackson Volpe. One-timed by Fielding. Here's Jones to Petrie. All the way across. Volpe. Shot. Save made. Azar. Rebound available. Cleared out by Lazzarino. All the way down. Another grade A chance for Connetquot Sayville. Turned away by Azar. Turnover, Mazzarone to Fowler, and a left pad save made by Friars. And referee got caught in the tangle there. Petrie right back in, inside, outside. Petrie's shot missed the net as the penalty expires. 0 for 1 on the power play tonight are Connetquot Sayville. Mooney ahead to Volpe. Jones touches up. Long shot from Volpe goes wide off the end boards. Played away from Fielding by Clark. Mooney stands up at his own blue line. Batted one ahead. Barbarito for EI to Fowler. Christian Fowler has it knifed away from him by Fielding. He'll put it into neutral ice. End of a shift here for the Fielding Jones unit. Fowler to Mazzarone. Mazzarone trying to go back to Fowler. Touch one on. Back door! No! It stayed out! How? Daniel Friars reaching back with the stick. Immaculate. Petrie the other way. Through the stick of McManus on for Mathers, who plays ahead for Walsh. Walsh around Donley. Both went down to the ice. Mazzarone. Down low and gathered in. Shot, there's two Mazzarones. And it was Miles Mazzarone and Luca Mazzarone. So Luca Mazzarone to Miles. Mathers looking to step through. Good stick from Van Gordon and cleared ahead by Donley. Colin Clark puts it right back in. Fired all the way down ice, wide of Azar to be an icing on Connetquot Sayville. Three minutes, 20 seconds into the second period. Again, opportunities for Connetquot Sayville. Haven't been able to cash in on them. And East Islip getting plenty of their own. Trying to pad a 2-0 lead. Lazzarino had to come off his stick. Does a good job of working back to Chura. Now a shot from Jarena is gloved by Friars. And this is the second meeting between these two sides. Or pardon me, this is the first meeting between these two sides. As Walsh put it to the front of the net. Donley looking to play it away and does. Gets to Sam Meyer at neutral ice. Pardon, Meyer. Drain on the forecheck, battling Donley. Comes to Arnold. Arnold for Teller. EI going right back in with Walsh to Connors. Connors. What a move to get around Arnold, and a better save made by Friars. And look at this move from Connors. Gonna put it around the defender. Arnold lift his stick, come right around him. All in one motion, take the shot, and kicking out the left pad. was Friars. Jones wins the faceoff, clears the zone for Connetquot Sayville. Ahrens carries it in behind. His netminder looks to clear it out the far side with Volpe. Doesn't work the first time. Second attempt here. Still not out. Clark goes off the glass to Miles Mazzarone. Miles for Barbarito. Shot stopped by Friars. Rebound back to Barbarito. Another shot blocked. Flip to the line and just over the stick of Miles Mazzarone and out of the zone. Miles will put it right back in. Ahrens all the way across to Jack Mooney. Mooney flings one cross rink. Looked like it glanced off an East Islip player, so no icing. Clark moves it around. Doherty looking to lead Fowler out of the zone. Put right back in by Ahrens. Off the carom, Jones. Jones on the backhand to Fielding off the post. Fielding looking to return it to Jones. Volpe applying the pressure. Mooney down and around for Jones. Leaves it in the corner for Fielding. Back to Jones. Looking to go up the near boards. Held in by Ahrens. Ahrens a shot. Deflected. Volpe fighting for it. Draws a penalty. And Fowler touched up. Connetquot Sayville going to the power play. Colin Clark going to be assessed the call here. Hooking is the penalty. So 0 for 2, or pardon, 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Connetquot Sayville had some good looks here to start this second period. Get another chance. And they won't be interrupted by a period ending as they were the first time. They had some good chances at the end of that first period as well to score. Ferrante trying to work it back to the point. It's cleared out by EI. Jack Mooney. To Proscia. Trying to feed Dietz. Bounces for Ferrante. Connors takes over down low. Gets around Proscia. Looks to go back to the point. Petrie, great job to keep it in. A little flipper on the backhand. The direction of Ferrante. Nudged it off the side of the net. Dietz plays it off the apron. Looking to go back to the point. Mooney to Petrie. Petrie, the shot glove save made by Azar. And flipped on the backhand all the way down ice by Lazzarino. Over a minute gone by on the T-Bird power play. As we near 7 gone by in the second period. Good lead pass to Fielding. Races on in. He's got Volpe with him. Volpe, shot blocked by Lazzarino. Kicks to the near half wall and fired out of the zone by the Chiefs. Mooney to Petrie. Durana the F1, shorthanded for EI. 20 seconds left on the Connetquot Sayville second power play of the night. Petrie to Fielding. All the way across to Volpe. Catches it on the backhand. Working on Lazzarino. And Lazzarino sends it all the way out of the zone yet again. Foot race. Walsh and Mooney. Walsh will win it. Walsh around the net. Still has possession. We'll reverse it down the boards. And that will do it for the T-Birds power play. They're 0 for 2. Had a couple of shots on goal, a couple of chances. Ultimately not the power play they would like to put out, as here is Mooney to Jones, and that's a glove save made by Azar. So we're over halfway through this hockey game. It's 2-0 East Islip. Again, the first matchup this year between East Islip and Connetquot Sayville. Goes off the dasher, and then the glass and out to center. Donnelly does a good job to play it ahead to Proscia. Now Dietz. Dietz tees up the rip, and that's stopped. No rebound surrendered by Azar. Off the face-off, Logan Dietz looking to plunge his way to the front of the net. Fowler comes away with it. Feeds Miles Mazzarone. He's got Brentwitz going to the net as well, but his pass intended for Fowler got by him. Still it ends up with Fowler off the post, rebound, score! Cleaning up in front, Miles Mazzarone makes it 3-0 EI. And Fowler comes so close to scoring here, ripping it off the iron, deflected right back on. And despite the diving effort from Ferrante, not enough to prevent Mazzarone from scoring his 11th of the year. And it's a 3-0 edge for the first place Chiefs. Mazzarone, nice pass to spring ahead. Fowler, he's got Brentwitz with him. Fowler, the shot, scores! What a rip from Christian Fowler. It's 4-0 EI. His 19th of the year, and he's gonna paint the top corner. Blockers side on Friars. From long range. And those goals coming just seconds apart. And a chance for another. It's in. Potato. Floodgates have opened. And EI are out to a 5-0 lead. So Mazzarone and Fowler scored 17 seconds apart. And then Potato scoring 21 seconds later. And that's 3 EI goals in less than a minute. Walsh getting the primary assist on the Potato goal. Tyler Potato's 3rd of the year. Connetquot Sayville. I'm going to try to take back some momentum. Walsh, though, breaks in. Walsh around the checks. Shot went over the net, but what an effort from Alex Walsh. Ahrens to Volpe. Volpe try to find Fielding cross ice. Fielding communicating with Mooney to go to the other side, and it's dumped right back in. Azar stopping it with the stick. Mathers looking to play it ahead. Jackson Volpe trying to go back to the point, split the defense of Ahrens and Jack Mooney. Angles one for Fielding. Breaks in on the right wing side on Mathers. Mathers, a good defensive play. Now Connors. Trying to tap it into the zone. Eventually it does get there. It's stopped, though, by Friars. Face off to the right of Friars. There's a shot stopped by the T-Bird netminder. Meyer keeping it in. Banks on around. Here's Arnold. Held in again. Far point by Lazzarino. Van Steen with a good check down low. Banked once again for Lazzarino. Now Sam Meyer. Shot blocked by Dietz and backhanded out of the zone by Teller. Sam Meyer retreats. Van Steen looking to feed the front of the net. Good play by Donnelly, and it's cleared out. Right back in and underneath the blocker of Friars, who covers up. Shot over the net. Brentwitz going to play it out in front. Fowler there as well. Ferrante. And now back with Fowler. Mooney knocked off his stick by Christian Fowler. Back with Ashton Petrie. Sends one to Proscia. Proscia gets around Barbarito. Proscia flips one wide. Mooney to Petrie. Petrie to Ferrante. Try to get it out in front to Proscia. Nice drag, toe drag by Mooney. It's back with Petrie at the left point for Jack Mooney. Mooney keeping it in yet again. Pardon, that's Petrie keeping it in yet again. Now it's Mooney. And finally out of the zone. Captain for Connetquot Sayville trying to roll right back in. But a good stick from Amarim. And now it's Fowler. Fowler, wrist shot wide. Ferrante sends one off the glass. And eventually ends up with Amarim. The wrist shot deflected by Miles Mazzarone. Good stick lift by Petrie. Prevented a rebound opportunity for Mazzarone. Petrie trying to clear one off of Miles Mazzarone again. And now Brentwitz a shot. Stopped by Friars, rebound. Mazzarone trying to go out in front. And the T-Birds angle it. Not quite out of the zone. Long shift here for this T-Bird unit. It's a backhander from Fowler is in. Christian Fowler, 6-0 EI. His second tonight. And so 6-0. As it seems Connetquot Sayville running a bit out of gas, and the depth of East Islip proving to really be hard to contend with. That's sent in. Good pass. Here's Jones. Jones in front for Volpe. Great stick by Clark. Potentially saved a goal for EI. Mathers will backhand it up the near side. Donnelly keeps it in. Sends one down. Clark battling Volpe. Clark prevails, and Colin Clark spins away from Jones. 30 seconds to go in the second period. Stretch pass. He hits Connors. Connors, backhand shot, missed the net wide. Gets his rebound and feeds Walsh for the tap in. And the 7-0 lead for East Islip. So Connors misses on the backhand breakaway attempt, but sets up his teammate, Alex Walsh, for East Islip's 7th here tonight, as they have blown things wide open. here in period number 2, their 5th goal of the frame. Alex Walsh with that last goal. Has a goal and 2 assists, 3 points tonight. One of many East Islip Chiefs with more than a point as they lead at 7-0. After 2, you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. For Drana. Drana trying to pull it around the defense, and now a shot. Blocker save made and rebound covered by Dagenfelder. .50 seconds into the 3rd period. And it's not like Connetquot Sayville have just been completely run out of the rink. They have had a number of chances. They've all been stopped by Joey Azar. It's been magnificent tonight in between the pipes for East Islip. As Petrie goes down to the ice on his rush into the zone. And the pass gap by Ferrante. Dinkel with a good lead pass to Proscia. Proscia dumps in, looks to hunt down the puck. Barbarito slaps it around. Went by Petrie and therefore will negate an icing. Dagenfelder wearing the 35 Martin jersey, which makes me hesitant to say it is Jake Dagenfelder. Dietz with a good move with the shot on the backhand. Didn't get a lot on it. And sent back to neutral ice by East Islip. Dinkel's pass ahead blocked. Second attempt, backhanded all the way through to Barbarito. And Barbarito iced the puck for EI. As we nearly 2 minutes into this 3rd period. All signs point to East Islip winning their 12th straight. Improving to 15-0-2. They will be 4 points clear of second place, Smithtown Hauppauge Red. Brentwitz looks to play it out. Petrie moves in. Smithtown Hauppauge, East Islip, 2 of the better pipelines here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Here's Brentwitz. Wrist shot, sticked away by Dagenfelder and kicks to the far corner. Fowler looking to get around Dinkel. Tries to find Brentwitz. Spiked out of the zone by Arnold. Here's Chura. I'm going to backhand one in. Ends up in the Chief penalty box. Or Mathers will fish it out to himself. Or actually to Fowler. Throws it over to the official. Jones winning the face-off forward. Connetquot Sayville this year, they started off their season with a 7-0 loss to Longwood. Matter of fact, they started their season off with 3 straight losses, but have bounced back to be above 500 at 9-8. It's Walsh deflection score. What a goal. And that will run the clock, 8-0. As it's redirected in tight. No chance for Dagenfelder. I mean, that's a beauty from Evan Connors on the redirect. The setup from Walsh. Alex Walsh. He says he has 4 assists. Really, one of those assists should be a goal. Goal and 3 assists for Walsh. Evan Connors listed with 3 goals. He should have an assist, so 2 goals and an assist for Connors. In reality, says he's got the hat trick. They got the Connors and Walsh goal mixed up. So that's covered by Dagenfelder. Fowler has 2 goals and an assist. Mazzarone, that's Miles, has a goal and an assist. And a big goal for Aiden Mathers earlier in the contest as well. The last time Connetquot Sayville suffered a defeat of this magnitude came against St. Anthony's back on January 23rd, where they lost 11-2. Prior to that, a 10-2 loss back in October to Smithtown Hauppauge Freshman Red. It's been those top few teams in the standings that have ran up the score on Connetquot Sayville, not really anyone else. As Straub goes wide, a shot blockered away by Dagenfelder. The tricky part for Connetquot Sayville and being the 8th seed is that they are likely to come across East Islip, the most likeliest, but it could be Smithtown Hauppauge Freshman Red in the first round of the playoffs. Well, we've seen some pretty wild stuff here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League in the 2025-2026 season. Sachem, the 8th seed at the JV level, defeating the top-seeded Friars in the quarterfinals, 3-1. Congrats, by the way, to Smithtown Hauppauge and their JV Red team. They defeated St. Anthony's JV Gold, who were the 3 seed at the start of the postseason. The Bulls, the 2 in Game 3 of the JV final. Their second title in 3 years. A shot from Fowler rips off the iron. Petrie turned it back over to Christian Fowler. A backhand shot stopped by Dagenfelder. Rebound from Mazzarone goes wide. Petrie to the point. Barbarito lost the puck battle to Dietz. Mazzarone, good hockey sense, came over to back up his defender and keeps it in deep for the Chiefs. And a very well-coached group for East Islip. And their head coach, Daniel Barbarito, along with assistants Jonathan Mazzarone, Rob Brentwitz, and Robert Miller. Pass intercepted, good read by Ahrens. Ahrens takes the long shot wide of Azar. Hasn't been tested in quite some time. And the puck out of the zone will be an offsides against Connetquot Sayville. Again, the last time Connetquot Sayville were held without a goal in a game was that first game of the year against Longwood, where they lost by a touchdown and an extra point to the Lions. They would then beat Longwood 6-5 in the rematch on February the 11th. There's a long shot from Mooney, sticked away by Azar. Under 7 to play in the third. Luca Mazzarone. Chura to Arnold. Arnold trying to get around Mathers. Clark spinning away from Chura. Ahead to Luca Mazzarone. Now it's back with Aiden Mathers. Mathers speeding into the offensive zone. Put one out in front off Dorena. And then the backhand pass scooped up by Arnold. And Arnold will rim around. And it's an icing now on East Islip. Off the face-off, rolls back down and around. Jackson Volpe. This line by far the most effective line for Connetquot Sayville in terms of generating scoring chances. Number of good opportunities created, just none past Azar to this point as Walsh, 2-on-1, stopped up by Jake Dagenfelder, or Martin. Under 5 to play here in period number 3. Connor's a backhander. Glove save made by Dagenfelder as Volpe gets by him. Meyer going to bank one ahead. Good pass by Fielding to Jones, but good positioning from Lazzarino to take it away. And now Walsh around Petrie. Takes it behind the net. Alex Walsh. Pass went right between Lazzarino and Brentwoods. And out of the zone it comes. Evan Connors, big night tonight for Evan. Unable to move it. Shot from Lazzarino. Couple of great pad saves made by Dagenfelder. Volpe will bank it out to center. Intercepted by Fielding. He's got a touch up. Jones to Petrie. Right as Fielding gets onside. Fielding lost the handle of his stick, and it gets just by Fielding at the right point and out to neutral ice for Donley. Donley battles Brentwoods. Fielding to Volpe. Volpe can't drag it through Meyer. To the front of the net. One-timer from Jones. Stopped by Azar. Again, another great scoring chance created by this Connetquot Sayville line, and it's exactly what you want, a one-timer on a pass across the slot area, and Azar comes up big yet again with the stop. So we're under 3 to play in the third, and that will harmlessly roll on goal to Azar, who makes the stop. Face off one. Mooney, wrist shot off of Barbarito in front. McManus and Van Gordon on the forecheck. McManus a stick lift, and now Hintman has it. Steers it into the far corner. Van Gordon has it poked by him. Arons look to direct it ahead. Jack Mooney. A little dipsy-do around Van Steen, but Van Steen got it back. Looks to play it ahead. Sticked away from him by Chase McManus. Hintman trying to push it back out. Here comes Jarena with $1:50 to go in the third. McManus ahead to Mooney. Good lead pass. Mooney trying to get around Amarim. He could not. Sent back the other way by EI. And will not be an icing here. Van Steen to Straub. Straub the shot. Missed the net. Potato collects. Scored his third goal earlier this game. Mooney, nice move to get around Clark. But 5 players back for EI as they're locking down the fort. coming up for Connetquot Sayville. Their second to last game of the year against Southampton on Monday, March 16th. Southampton beat Connetquot Sayville 4-3 back on November the 15th. Should be a good one. It's that long shot glove by Azar. 40 seconds to go. They'll finish their year against Northport Huntington on Saturday, March 21st. Meanwhile, East Islip, their penultimate game of the year isn't until March the 20th against Longwood. They play KPC tomorrow on the 14th of March, also known as with the 8-0 standout victory here tonight. I mean, even when they surrendered scoring chances, Azar was there to make some great saves, and just a really good, really deep team top to bottom for the East Islip Chiefs as the future remains bright in East Islip. They're in first place, 4 points clear of Smithtown Hop-Hog, freshman red. And as for the T-Birds, they dropped to 9-9 on the year, but are still 2 points clear of 8th place Sachem. As we head into the final couple of games in the freshman year. That'll do it for our coverage in this one. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. On behalf of our camera operator, Rowan Laddick, I'm Ryan Brannigan, saying so long. Until next time, folks, as always, have a good night.